What's up, guys? We're the Senate Fanatics. My name is Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And we're about to do, for our first time ever, our inaugural Schmoedown reaction.
Once again, I'm going to push for the Senate Fanatics. They should have been in.
They should have been nominated.
Y'all are two of the best reactors the Schmoedown has ever seen.
3 Senate Fanatics are here. They got snubbed. Love for them too, guys. They're getting drafted. It's okay.
I have a question for you guys. Are you guys going to enter the draft?
Do you know what you need if you want to go straight to the top? Vote!
They had been diehard fans. They've done blogs on their show for the Schmoedown for a very long time. Robert himself has even competed in the Schmoedown at one point. They're very nice people, and we hope to see them on the other after shows, because they know the show very well too. So
would the Adams brothers be interested in the FCL?
Oh, we got something to say about that. Welcome to the First Senate Fanatics League. You're in our house now. Okay, I get it. We've seen all these new rookies coming in, all on fire. They didn't get picked up in the draft, so now we hear them sitting there saying, oh, I've got a chip on my shoulder. Like, because a manager didn't select you? Like, you've got something to prove? Alright, you don't know rejection like we do. Have any of y'all out there been doing an after show for 3+ years and getting this close to being nominated every single time but getting snubbed for all of them? Have you actually already been in the draft last year and been completely passed over by every single manager? No, you guys are complaining because you didn't get picked up this year. We know some of y'all out there are going to be future champions, and that's fine. But right now is not your time. So sit back, put your feet up, relax, grab a snack, because if you think you have a chip on your shoulder, we have a whole bag of chips. All right, we're good? Did we get it? That's a wrap? Cool. Wait, sorry, what's that? They're not doing teams in the FCL yet?
If you're not watching FCL as a manager, then you're not a manager at all. Because you better believe that that is going to be the first place I look when I think about who I want to be added to the stars, who I want on my faction. You have to know where people are coming from, and to finally have this game tape on so many future stars, pun intended, it is truly a blessing to every single manager and to the league. I haven't been this excited about a new addition to the league in so long, because this is what we need. This is how we grow. And honestly, if this year taught us anything, it's that we don't know anything at all. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know who's going to be the next champion and where that person comes from and who's going to pluck them out of obscurity. So FCL is a brilliant league, and I trust the people behind it. You brought Brad Gilmore and Steph Sabra together. I don't know if there are two more suited people to bring up a new generation and a new class of competitors that are going to kick butt. So yeah, I'm looking at the FCL. I'm so impressed with what they've been able to do so far, and I cannot wait to watch the FCL all year long. If you want to get involved in this game and you are not trying to be in the FCL, then you are doing this wrong. Mark my words, that is going to be the first place I look when we need people for the stars. So congratulations, FCL, and everybody involved. You guys have some work cut out for you, but definitely it's going to be worthwhile.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? My name is Brad Gilmore, but you might know me by another name. You might know me as the commissioner for the First Class League. What is the First Class League? It is the very first developmental league in Movie Trivia Schmoedown history. You're going to get to see the future stars, the future champions, the future Hall of Famers, the future faces on the Rushmore of the Movie Trivia Schmoedown before they even get drafted. Every single Tuesday, 2 matches on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Twitch channel. Oh, and did I mention we are going to be live on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Twitch channel, and then 2 weeks later you can check out the FCL matches on Schmoedown Extra. You do not want to miss out. You do not want to get shut out, because the FCL is going to be all first class.
This is Agent John Knight, aka The Collector. Mission brief. Now, apparently, There's a small group at large, one full of nerds, piss ants, their own little personal geek squad. No matter. But apparently they've been causing quite the ruckus. It's a new branch. That's fine, but you see, here's a problem. Night only has one mission, just the one. The organization, who's had their hands on literally everything, as I can see here during this paperwork. Over the few years, they've been quite the talk. I have been sent to bring them down. Too much. So I say this because apparently this first-class soccer league, whatever the hell you want to call it, stands in my way. Now, I'm only going to say this once. Just the one. For those of you who are in this little league, stay the hell out of my way. Because if your name comes across my desk, we got a problem. You won't like it. I'll love it. So, if we meet, there'll be no fun. No games. No laughs. Not from you anyway. Others maybe, because I'm quite the charming guy. But may this league be put on notice. This is your only warning. Stay out of my damn way.
The First Class League is absolutely the next giant step in the evolution of the Schmoedown. I mean, we have had 2 drafts already where people are just sort of willy-nilly, just picking out of the air. That's no good. We need the First Class League. The First Class League is going to shape what all future drafts and free agency signings in the Schmoedown look like from here on out. This is an absolute brand new ball game because of the First Class League. Okay? There's not going to be any more guessing. We are going to know where our future movie trivia Schmoedown divisional stars are long before they become stars. We're going to get to see them from their very first match in the First Class League all the way till they make some belts. It's going to be an incredible thing to see. Frankly, I can't believe it took this long. It's a brilliant idea. It's maybe, some would even say, the very best idea the movie trivia Schmoedown has had since we got new belt polish.
And we are back here on the FCL, the Movie Trivia Schmoedown's Twitch channel. Again, we want to shout out to everybody who's killing it in the chat right now. Ant Nudge also dropped a gift sub bomb. I'm still learning what Twitch lingo is, but that sounds like a good thing, Steph.
Yes, I'm down with the Twitch lingo. Keep it coming. I love the acronyms. I love whatever's popping off in there. We are about here.
So, we just saw the very first match in Movie Trivia Schmoedown history, and it was one that already has set the internet on fire between Jared Aben getting his first win in the FCL. Now, the only man with a win, with a W in our league history. That's going to change here momentarily. Abby, the Crusader Corinne, unsuccessful in her first match, but I'm sure that that's going to change. But now, Steph Sabra, this is our main event. This is the first main event in FCL history. It's going to be David, the Dynasty Campbell, taking on Cooper, the Captain Barnes. Just what's going on, Steph? How you feeling? Give it to me.
Let me tell you, I'm feeling like now we are going international, baby. We are 2 coast to coast. We are in 2 different countries right now filming this match. That is lit.
Yeah, lit it is. Here's the thing: it's a bi-continental match that we're having right now, an intercontinental match, if you will, and it's going to be the first main event in Movie Trivia Schmoedown's
FCL, the Developmental League's history. This is Cooper the Captain Barnes, who obviously has a massive following on social media. You know him from the television screen, the silver screen, of course. And then David Campbell is somebody who's made a lot of noise. This is somebody who everyone really had their eye on in the draft. And I think that we were all kind of surprised he wasn't picked up. This is someone who can talk the talk, but we get to see Steph Sabra if he can actually walk the walk. I'm not asking you to play favorites. I will never do that. I'm not going to put you in a bad position, Steph Sabra. But I don't know, just based on the vibe, the vibe that you're getting. I mean, who you think has the advantage coming into this?
Well, I do think that there is an advantage to David Campbell in the sense that he is new here, but has a lot of talk around him where people are talking and thinking this guy really has what you need to be the best in this league. And I think also I love that Glasgow accent that he brought to the table. So he's bringing to the table today. But I really don't know. Both of them are such great competitors. I think it's going to be a really close match, which is all we can ask for as fans of this league.
Well, if you're going to go by the moniker of the captain, right? I mean, you're going to have to bring it, right? I mean, there's been great captains. Captain America, Captain Planet, Captain Falcon, right? He's got to live up to a great moniker. Captain Marvel. Thank you. How could I forget Captain Marvel? The list goes on and on and on and on. So I think that both men, their monikers fit them. We're going to see how the play is between both of these people. Our first main event in FCL history, and we might as well take a look at what these two men have to say to one another. Here is David Campbell versus Cooper Barnes. Let's take a look.
Let me make something very clear from the off. I'm not here to be liked. I'm not here trying to be hated. I'm not your hero. I'm not your villain. My name is David Campbell, and I am here to win.
Hey guys, it's Cooper Barnes. I'm super psyched to be part of the First Class League, and I'm over here in training mode for my movie trivia match against David the Dynasty Campbell.
Cooper Barnes, I don't dislike you. In fact, your reputation precedes you. You seem like a really nice guy. You seem like a very, very lovely person. However, none of that matters to me, because to me, you're an obstacle. To me, you're the first building block with which I will build my dynasty, build my empire, and make my way to the top of the FCL.
If you want to check out our cinematic showdown, it's going to be March 30th, and you can see it on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Twitch channel.
And now I have the opportunity to build my dynasty, to build my credentials, to build my reputation here in the FCL, and I'm very, very excited about that opportunity.
David, may the better man win. All right, Mom, hit me with a hard one.
Okay, this 1993 dinosaur movie was a mega hit and was called Jurassic.
Damn it, I know this.
The time for talking is over. It's time to prove a point. And you're about to hear 3 words that will become very familiar to every fan of the FCL. And those 3 words are David Campbell wins.
Ripley, you tell him.
Jurassic Park.
And there you have it, Steph Sabra. Big words. Big words being talked between the captain and the dynasty. I think that the emotions are running rampant. The chat is loving it. Everybody is feeling, as you were, I'm going to quote Steph Sabra. Everyone's feeling lit right now, Steph Sabra. And we're about to bring the ruckus. We're about to bring the ruckus in our main event. I just have a question. Are you ready for this? Are you ready, Steph Sabra?
I'm so ready, Brad. Let's get it.
And it's time for the first main event in First Class League history. And we go with our first competitor. From Los Angeles, California, he makes his movie trivia and First Class League debut. He is Cooper, the Captain Barnes.
What's up?
How you feeling, Cooper?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm glad to be part of the first. I don't know if it's the first, but I believe. Am I wrong in saying it's the first international bout?
This would be right. You're correct.
And I know that it's like Rocky IV, you know, like it's like the country versus the country. Although I guess David's got a Rocky poster, so I guess does that make me Drago? I don't know.
Well, it looks like you're in paradise.
I must break you. But I'm feeling good. Glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
He has Rocky in the background, but you have paradise in the background. I see you with the button down. What was the preparation going into this first match for you?
I just came back from a week visiting my parents in Arizona, and my mom is a bit of a cinephile, and I just had her quiz me on random just movie trivia the whole time I was there.
Well, let me ask you this, Cooper. I mean, obviously, people know you the world around. You're Captain Man from Henry Danger. What can you bring from that gig into here, the FCL? Is there anything that's going to translate over? You're obviously not afraid to be on camera, afraid to be put in pressure situations. What do you think is going to adapt between the two?
Man, I don't know. I don't have a snappy answer for that one. I don't know. I'm very nervous, if I'm being honest. I'm very intimidated by David's accent. Like that is a legit Scottish accent. Like that is a Shrek level accent. It's So I Married an Axe Murderer on steroids. Like I can't compete. Like it's already distracting me because I'm thinking of all the amazing Scottish accents. Like all I can think about now is Braveheart, and like that's gonna throw off my game. So if anyone out there is betting, I don't know if like you're encouraging people to illegally bet on this game. I would put everything on David right now.
So I think some gamesmanship. I think there's some gamesmanship there from Cooper Barnes.
Yeah,
he's trying to get in the head of his competitor. That's mind game stuff.
Reverse psychology. That's some reverse psychology going on.
Genuinely, I was not. He looks like a good buddy of mine. Like visually, he just looks like him. And my buddy like is from Michigan. So then when he came on, looking like my friend, but he's like, "Hello, Cooper." I was like, now I'm all in my head. Like it just messed me up. So I don't know now.
Well, you might not have had a snappy answer to the question, but the only thing you really need to worry about answer-wise is the answers to the trivia questions, and we're sure, Cooper Barnes, you're going to be able to come through with it. You are the captain, but let's bring him on. We've talked enough about him. Let's bring on your opponent. From Glasgow, Scotland, making his FCL main event debut, he is David the Dynasty Campbell.
You're in my swamp now, Cooper. You're in my swamp now. The FCL is here. David the Dynasty Campbell is here, and I can't wait to get started on this one. Here we go.
David, we are so excited to be having you internationally. What you said, it's about 12 a.m. there?
Yeah, it's midnight. Midnight at the Lost and Found, as Meatloaf once sang. And I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, I wouldn't be able to sleep right now. I'd be watching the FCL if I wasn't playing in it. So what's the difference, you know?
Well, David, obviously you were somebody who's followed the game for a long time. You've been a big movie trivia Schmoedown fan for quite some time now. When you got the call, right, when you got the call that you were going to be a part of the first class league, what was going on in your mind, man? What did it mean to you?
It meant a lot to me to be able to compete in this game, but it also meant a lot to me to be able to prove a point, you know, because I went on a journey, you know, going into the movie trivia Schmoedown draft and being unsuccessful in the end. I was thinking, what's my next step? The FCL is my next step. To build the FCL and to build the dynasty of David Campbell is my next step. I am motivated to prove a point. And Cooper, you've seen how nice a guy he is. Like I said in the promo, his reputation precedes him. But I am here to prove a point. I am here to win. And I can't wait to get the job done today.
David Campbell, you are already proving points.
And I'm glad that you're dirty, and I just hope that your next dirty is to rescue Princess Fiona. That's all.
Well, the slugs are coming in. The slugs are coming through, Steph Sabra. I think that Cooper Barnes knows exactly what he's doing, trying to play into the head of his opponent, David Campbell. But here we are, Steph Sabra. it is time for our very first main event. I'm going to quote you again until we think of something that's more effective. But, David Campbell, are you ready?
I am ready.
Cooper Barnes, are you ready?
Let's go.
This is the first main event in FCL history, and it's time to get classy. Let's go to the rules of round number one. Round number one, both competitors will receive the same 8 questions. You will write down your answers on the whiteboard. You must speak and reveal the answer that you have written. You have to speak and reveal at the same time. Each correct answer is worth 1 point. You get 3 question repeats, also known as JTE rules, and you will have 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. You use that challenge. If a question doesn't sound right to you, you think your answer may be correct, you think your opponent's answer may be incorrect, you can use that challenge. Also, if you answer all 8 questions in round number 1 correctly, you will get a bonus question, a 9th bonus question, also worth 1 point. I will ask Cooper, are you aware of the rules and are you ready to go?
Yes, ready to go.
All right, David the Dynasty Campbell, are you ready to go?
Always ready. Let's do this.
All right, and here we go with our first main event in FCL history. I'm like a little shaking. I'll be honest with you. I think I'm as nervous as these guys, Steph Sabra, but we're about to bring it in.
I'm buckling up. I'm ready for the ride.
Our first question in the main event of the very first FCL stream, and as Cooper pointed out, the first international FCL match. And here it is. In the category of action adventure, Rian Johnson directed this 2012 sci-fi film which stars Bruce Willis, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Emily Blunt.
I've never seen someone spell Ryan the way Rian Johnson spells Ryan, but it feels high fashion.
Well, he's truly an original. You see The Last Show? You ever seen it? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Cooper Barnes first.
That would be Looper.
Looper is correct. We go to David Campbell.
Looper.
Looper for Cooper, Looper for Campbell, and we are 1-1 here in our main event.
All right, we move to question number 2 in the category of directors. This director won his first Best Director Academy Award for directing Schindler's List.
Big movie here. Obviously a big Oscar movie.
Definitely a mandatory watch.
We're counting down here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to David Campbell.
Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg is correct. Cooper Barnes.
Steven Spielberg.
And we are still tied. We are still tied after 2 questions, 2-2, both men remaining perfect as we get to our third category in the world of comedies. I appreciate you. This 2018 comedy stars Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams as a couple whose murder mystery party with friends is interrupted by actual criminals.
Murder mystery games stress me out. There's always that one friend that just takes it way too far. You know, they just show up with a butcher knife mid-game. You're like, what? It's a game.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We go to Cooper Barnes.
Game night.
Game night is correct. David Campbell.
Game night.
Game night is correct. 3-3. No one's missed yet as we get to question number 4.
All right, question number 4 in the category of movie release dates. What year saw the release of Star Wars: The Force Awakens, Furious 7, and The Martian?
You like Star Wars: Force Awakens, though, right?
Loved Force Awakens.
Such a fun time. I don't think I've ever had more fun in a movie in the last decade. It was so much fun to watch.
The anticipation building up to it. You're like, yes. It's back.
And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we go to David.
2014.
2014 is incorrect. Cooper Barnes.
2015.
Great Scott, Marty, 2015 is correct. Cooper Barnes taking the lead and keeping up his perfect game thus far. David Campbell, early stumble, but it's still anybody's ball game. The score is 4-3 in favor of Cooper Barnes. All right, and we go to question number 5 in the realm of fantasy sci-fi. This 2016 sci-fi film stars Amy Adams as a linguist and Jeremy Renner as a physicist who attempt to learn to communicate with an alien race.
Brad, answer me this. Do aliens exist in your mind or not?
1,000%. 1,000%. Okay, see, Steph? See, we're here. We're here. Me and you are here. You feel me? And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we go to Cooper Barnes.
Arrival.
Arrival's correct. David Campbell.
Arrival.
Arrival is correct. 5-4. Cooper Barnes, who, again, Steph, said he was real nervous. He said this, that, and the other. Perfect so far. A steady hand like a surgeon has the captain.
In the mind.
And we get to your 6th question.
All right, question number 6 in the category of 1990s. This 1996 action thriller about a group of storm chasers stars Helen Hunt, Bill Paxton, Carrie Elwes, and Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I gotta say, big fan of Helen Hunt. I'm a big Helen Hunt guy.
Helen Hunt is my girl. I agree.
Very highly of both of you.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we go to David.
Twister.
Twister is right. And we go to Cooper Barnes.
This isn't going to bring your dad back, Joe.
Twister is right. Twister is right. Cooper Barnes retains that perfect round. David Campbell just 1 point behind him. Anybody's ball game. And we get to question number 7, which is the category of famous actors and actresses. This actress won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress for her performance in the 2012 musical drama Les Miserables. I sound like John Travolta with that one. I'll be honest with you.
Still sounded good. I feel like everyone's living in some sort of musical drama of their own.
Yeah, it's called life. Brent, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we go to Cooper Barnes.
I completely blanked.
Oh.
I know she played Catwoman, and that's all I got.
Okay, and David Campbell for the tie.
Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway is correct. And David Campbell able to tie it up right there. And Cooper Barnes was this close, Steph Sabral, this close to a perfect round. Obviously, those are both off the table for either competitor. But we go to our 8th and final question in round number 1.
All right, in the category of franchises, Letty, Brian, Han, and Dominic are characters in what high-speed action-adventure franchise?
Both men taking this one very seriously. Don't want to give up a lead at all. It's so close, Steph.
Look at Anne Hathaway. Look at fancy name.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're not the first person to say that. And we go to David Campbell.
The Fast and Furious franchise.
Fast and Furious is right. Cooper Barnes.
The Fast and Furious.
That is correct. And we are tied here 7-7 going into round number 2. Steph Sabra, give me your analysis here. What's your feedback? How you feeling about their game so far?
How I'm feeling is these boys did not come to play. They said that we are going to be the first match and we are going to kill this. And this has been an exciting match, which, like I said in the beginning, that's what the fans want, and they're giving us what we want.
They're absolutely delivering on all cylinders as we go to Round number 2, which is affectionately known as the wheel round. Here are the official rules. Each competitor spins the wheel. You will have a random set of categories on there. You can respin once unless the wheel lands on opponent's choice. Competitors will get 4 questions from their chosen category. Questions are worth 2 points unless you opt for multiple choice, then the value goes down to 1 point. Competitors will have 15 seconds to answer each question, and an opponent may steal if you get the question incorrect. Repeats and challenges are still in effect. Both men still have all 3 JTE rules, Steph. They both have a challenge on the desk, and here we go for our wheel round in round number 2. Both men are tied at the moment, but we're going to go alpha order and go to Cooper Barnes. Cooper Barnes, would you like to go first, or would you like to defer?
I'm going to let my friend David go first.
Okay, so he's choosing to defer. David Campbell going to spin the wheel here on the FCL. David Campbell, here's the thing. I know you've been waiting to do this for a very long time. How you feeling right now?
This is the most nerve-wracking experience of my life. Let's get that wheel spun, Brad. Let's get it spun.
And here it goes, the spin of the wheel. Where's it going to land? You never know here on the FCL. And it lands on the Wizarding World. The Wizarding World. You'll take it?
I'll take that category, yes.
Okay, I will be administering your 4 questions, and your first question in the world of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. How old is Harry Potter when Hagrid first comes to invite him to Hogwarts?
11.
No hesitation at all. Quick on the draw. David Campbell with a fast 2 points. 11 is correct. Incredible recall so far from David Campbell. That was very impressive. He had no hesitation. He came, he was quick with it. As we go to his second question in round number 2. What is the name of the street the Dursley family lives on in the Potter franchise?
Privet Drive.
Wow, Privet Drive is correct for 2 more points in round number 2. You see Cooper Barnes' face. I think Steph and I echo those sentiments. Maybe because he's European, he has a slight advantage in this category. I am not sure. Nevertheless, we're going to move on to his third question in the Wizarding World. Which 2 directors have helmed multiple Wizarding World films?
David Yates and Chris Columbus.
Steph, that's correct. That is correct for another 2 points. David Campbell coming in hot. It is 13-7. Cooper Barnes obviously still has an opportunity. He's going to still spin the wheel. And here we go for your 4th and final question in the second round in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. In what film does Professor Snape tell the class to turn to page 394?
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
That is correct. David Campbell going perfect in his second round. Steph, do you think the Wizarding World is a strength of his?
Do I think he is a wizard? Yes. That's my answer.
You're a wizard, Davy.
You're
All
a
right,
wizard.
we're going to go now to Cooper Barnes. It's going to be his turn to spin the wheel. We will see if deferring will work out for him. Cooper Barnes, are you ready? How you feeling?
Good. I just got my ass exfoliated to me. How do I spin this thing?
You just move your finger just like that. You're a wizard.
I just move my wand.
Move your wand. And here we go. Spin of the wheel. Wingardium Leviosa. And it lands on. Is that opponent's choice?
Yeah.
That is opponent's choice. David Campbell. Wow, this is going well for you. You're going to be able to pick what your opponent, Cooper Barnes, has here in round number 2. What are you thinking?
I'm going to go for the 2010s.
The 2010s. Cooper, you're going to get 4 questions in the world of 2010s, and Steph Sabra will be administering your questions.
Okay.
All right. And the first question in the category of the 2010s. This post-apocalyptic action film, co-written and directed by George Miller, served as the 4th entry in the franchise, but the first entry released since 1985.
Sorry, could you tell me the year again? I didn't hear the year.
So you're going to use your repeat?
Oh, no. Okay, in that case, let's go with Mad Max Fury Road.
That is correct for 2 points. That is correct for 2 points. See? He said, I don't need that repeat. I'll just do it off the top. I'll do what feels right. 9:15. 9:15 for Cooper Barnes. Still has some room to catch up here in his second round.
All right, and the next question in the category of the 2010s. This 2017 film marked Jordan Peele's directorial debut and garnered him a nomination for Best Director.
That'd be Get Out.
Get Out is correct for another 2 points. Another 2 points. And it is 11-15 for Cooper Barnes as we get to his third question in 2010s.
All right, Cooper, for your third question in 2010s. This 2012 jukebox musical comedy features Tom Cruise in a supporting role as a musician, Stacey Jacks.
Rock of Ages.
Rock of Ages is correct. Rock of Ages is correct. 15-13. And before we get to Cooper Barnes' final question in round number 2, I got to say, Steph, maybe David Campbell's strategy here of giving him 2010s wasn't the best in the world. So far, he's gone perfect.
So far, without hesitation, he's answering quickly, almost as well as the Wizarding world was answered.
But, Steph, let's give him his final question in round number 2.
All right. For your final question in 2010s, this 2010 film about a runaway freight train starring Denzel Washington and Chris Pine is the final movie directed by Tony Scott.
Oh, I know the movie, but I'm going to have to get the multiple choice.
All right, let's go to multiple choice.
Multiple choice. A, The Taking of Pelham. 1, 2, 3. B, Insatiable. C, Domino. D, Unstoppable.
An answer.
I'm going to say Unstoppable.
That is correct for 1 point. That is correct for 1 point. And let us set the scene right here. Pulling the movie trivia knowledge. He has it deep within his brain there, Steph Sabra, but let's set the scene. It is 15-14. David Campbell has a slight 1 point advantage. That's all. 1 point advantage. And we know in the history of this game, anything can happen in round number 3. This is the first main event in FCL history. Both of these men have lived up to the hype, Steph Sabra. We knew that David Campbell was talked about. We knew they call him the captain for no reason. Cooper Barnes was coming to play. And I have to say, it is without a shadow of a doubt obvious at this point that both of these men know their movie trivia. They belong here in this position in the main event, Steph Sabra.
Yeah, what a way to start the league. If I'm in this league, I'm looking for these two players as who I want to take on next because they have shown that they are here to stay.
Well, let's take it to round number 3, and let's read the official rules for the third and final round in our main event, the first main event in FCL history. And here we go. Competitors will pick 3 numbers that correspond to 3 random categories. Each competitor gets 3 questions in the third and final round. Questions are worth 2, 3, and 5 points. Each competitor will have 15 seconds to answer the question. Key difference in this round, no stealing or multiple choice. There's no steals, there's no multiple choice. Both gentlemen still have all 3 JTEs. They still both have a challenge, but we're going to go to the man who's in the lead at the present moment, and that is Mr. David Campbell. David Campbell, you can pick numbers between 1 and 20. What are your numbers, sir?
I will go 8, 7, and 11.
8, 7, and 11. All right. And Cooper Barnes, what are your 3 numbers, sir?
Let's go 4, 10, and 12.
4, 10, and 12. All right. Okay. All right. We're going to be asking the 2-point question to Cooper Barnes first. Steph Sabra will be administering your questions, Cooper. And you first said category 4. Category 4. And that corresponds to the world of the 1980s. The 1980s. And your question for 2 points and the lead to force David Campbell's hand.
Your first question in the category of 1980s movies. What is the name of the third entry in the Indiana Jones franchise?
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
That is correct. That is correct, which puts Cooper Barnes up 11. It puts him up 16 to 15, up by 1 point, which means now David Campbell has to go here in round number 3. David Campbell, you selected first the category of the, as I pull this up here on my document, you selected the category, you selected number 8 in the category of the 1990s. The 1990s. These both men are switching off decades.
Yeah.
And here we go. David Campbell, your 2-point question, and to force Cooper Barnes' hand to answer his 3. This 1990 romantic fantasy thriller won Whoopi Goldberg a Best Supporting Actress Academy Award.
Ghost.
Without any hesitation, he did not go Ghost, but he got that answer correct. David Campbell now up 17 to 16. This is what we thought we were going to see here in the very first main event in FCL history. We are going to see a nail biter all the way through. Cooper Barnes, you're going to have your next question right now. You selected category number 10. Category number 10 corresponds to the world of Oscars. Here it is, Cooper Barnes, for 3 points. For which 2012 David Fincher film did Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross win an Academy Award for Best Original Score?
The Social Network.
And he is correct for 3 points. He is correct for 3 points. This puts him in the lead. We're going to have to go now to David Campbell. David Campbell. All right. David Campbell. All right. You have selected your second question, your 3-point category in the world of, as we pull this up, we're navigating documents here. You selected category number 7, which corresponds to Catherine Bigelow. Catherine Bigelow. For 3 points. For 3 points. Who stars as Bodhi, a surfer moonlighting as the leader of a gang of bank robbers in 1991's Point Break? And we need an answer in
Patrick
5.
Swayze.
Patrick Swayze is correct. This is 20 to 19. It all comes down to this. If Cooper Barnes hits his 5-point question, he will kick it back to David Campbell. David Campbell will then be forced to answer his 5. So right now, Cooper Barnes, you selected for your 5-point question. The category of Keanu Reeves.
Whoa.
Keanu Reeves.
It always comes back to Keanu Reeves.
It always comes back to Keanu Reeves, and Steph Sabra will be administering your 5-point question. Steph Sabra, whenever you are ready.
All right, for your 5-point question. This 2001 sports comedy drama features Keanu Reeves, Diane Lane, and a young Michael B. Jordan in one of his earliest roles.
Oh.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The replacement.
And your winner, David the Dynasty Campbell. David Campbell pulling off the victory, coming down to the 5-point question. Incredible stuff here. Incredible stuff. David, I want to talk to you here in a moment. I do want to talk to you here in a moment. But first, before we even get to David Campbell, I want to talk to the man that we just saw come down to that 5-point question. It was so close for him at the very end there. We're going to have a word with Cooper Barnes here momentarily. But Steph, talk to me here. What a main event for our first go-around.
What a main event indeed. It was up until the very end, going back to back, being a 1-point lead here and there, both having the lead at one point, both coming back from not having the lead. And it was just such an incredible match.
And here's the thing. This is exactly what we were thinking when these two first locked horns in, when we knew that we were going to see them in the first main event in FCL history. We knew it was going to be back and forth. We saw that round number 1. It looked like Cooper Barnes was going to go perfect. David Campbell able to tie it up there at the very end, going into round 2. Cooper Barnes coming back from opponent's choice, forcing all the way to the 5th and the 5-point question in the 3rd and final round. Incredible. I believe we have Cooper Barnes standing by at this moment. We're going to go to Cooper Barnes to hear how he feels post-match. Steph, take it away.
Cooper Barnes, tough loss, but incredible first performance. I know you said that you were really nervous, but I'm telling you from an outsider, it did not look that way. How are you feeling right now after this match is just finished?
I'm feeling like I should have seen Hardball.
Hardball was the correct answer.
Instead of watching Hardball with Chris Matthews all those years, I should have been watching early Keanu Reeves movies. But no, I felt good. It was David is great. I want to apologize to all of America for letting us down. But I want to say that, throughout this match, I've noticed a few things about, how you feel about me and how I feel about you. And all I can say is, if I could change and you could change, everybody can change.
I'll tell you one thing. I'm never going to not like when you bring up movie quotes because it is very entertaining. But it was interesting when you got the opponent's choice and you were given that category, you slayed in it. Were you nervous going in, or as soon as you knew that was the category you picked, did you feel comfortable?
Oh, look, I've been like an idiot, like researching the category that I picked all week, which never came up. And the 2010s was the category I was dreading because we had a baby in 2016. And so all I've been watching for the second half of the 2010s has been Paw Patrol, just on a loop. So I haven't watched any movies from like 2016 onwards. So I was very nervous, and I'm glad that you guys went easy on me with that one because I was terrified as soon as he said it was going to be 2010. But hey, it all worked out.
It did, and you said you disappointed America. You definitely didn't. It's the American way that when we get knocked down, we get back up, and I think you're definitely going to do that. What are you going to be doing in preparation for the next matches moving forward?
I've been Googling where Keanu Reeves lives, and I'm just going to hide in the bushes and just listen in on his phone calls with his agents and managers and just try to learn as much about him as I can. Go through his garbage. Perhaps skin him and wear his suit, assume his body as a suit, assume his identity. I don't want to give away all my secrets, you know. So
yeah, act like Keanu Reeves, smell like Keanu Reeves, be Keanu Reeves. I'm sure he won't think that's creepy at all if you're just hanging out. But congratulations on still an incredible introduction into this league. We are lucky to have you, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you for having me. This was fun. Congratulations, David. You're awesome.
And that is the Cooper, the Captain Barnes. We appreciate Cooper, the Captain Barnes. And now, Steph, we're going to hear from the winner of the very first main event in FCL history, David the Dynasty Campbell. Steph, take it away.
David Campbell, what a night for you. You are the first international match in the first win on this first match for the First Class League. That's got to feel good.
It feels incredible. The buzz is real right now. And the first thing I want to say is I've been saying it since the pre-match. I respect the hell out of Cooper Barnes, and I think Cooper Barnes showed that he, before the match, like you said, Brad, he was saying, he was nervous. Cooper Barnes showed that he knows what he's doing when it comes to movie trivia. But I had a point to prove today. I'd done all the talking. I bigged myself up. People were talking about me. I'd had this opportunity to main event. I had to back up the hype. And the dynasty came to play today. And let the rest of this league be on notice that I am now at the mountaintop of the FCL. And if anyone wants to come and knock me off, be my guest. Be my guest.
Wow, those are big claims, but I gotta say, for a first match, you are backing it up. Who are you looking to compete against next? Is there any player in specific that has caught your eye?
Obviously.
Wait a minute. What is that? That's Steph Sabral. We know that music.
Wait, no way.
Is he here? No.
It can't be.
He can't be here. It is. So Flirtin' Flouse is in the house.
Stop this silly dog and pony show. It's so embarrassing. What is this FCL, First Class League? Oh, it sounds silly. And all these competitors are silly little stinkers. And who's this David fellow with an obviously fake accent? This league needs real first-class competitors like me, the Flirtin' Flouse. So listen up, you stinky stinkers. The Flouse is in the league. The Flouse is the league. This name, it needs a name change. FCL. Oh, FCL now stands for Flouse Class League. And when I'm done beating every single one of you in every match, I will own this league. Then I will sell this league for a great deal of money and buy an even better league. A league of extraordinary gentlemen, I will call it. And there will be only one member. Me. Flouse out.
David obviously didn't expect the Flirtin' Flouse to be in the house, but nevertheless, do you want to react to what you just saw?
Oh, I'm a nice guy. But if the Flirtin' Flouse ever tries to steal the Dynasty spotlight again, I will hand him yet another defeat in his movie trivia resume. You can believe that.
Well, there you go. Big words from David the Dynasty Campbell, the winner of the very first main event in FCL history. Pardon the interruption on that one, David, but congratulations. You backed up the hype, and I can't wait to see what you do in the future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Brad. Thank you very much, Steph. See you later, guys.
Thanks, David.
Well, Steph, didn't expect the Flirtin'. What was that all about?
Do I appreciate being called a stinker? Not really, but do I appreciate the level of glam he just brought to the screen? Absolutely. And I said it before, I love beef in the streets, and he did interrupt David when he was accepting this victory. So things are heating up in this league already. You know I'm here for it.
I'm here as well. I mean, let's just recap. We saw Abby Corinne, Jared Abon in our very first match. Jared pulling out the win by TKO, was able to not have to answer any of his questions in the third and final round. I still think that we'll see something from the Crusader moving forward. And of course, that main event lived up to the hype. Cooper the Captain Barnes, David the Dynasty Campbell. Look, I wouldn't be surprised, Steph, if somehow, some way down the line here in the FCL, we're going to see those two go at it for a championship. I wouldn't be shocked.
I completely agree. They are the perfect introduction to this league. You know how sometimes people talk about how they would rather watch college football as opposed to the NFL just because you get like the grit and the want of these players. I feel like this league is bringing that, where we can really, really get some cool and talented players in this league.
Well, if you enjoyed this first edition of the First Class League, the FCL, guess what, guys? We got plenty more to come in the weeks to come. It's going to be an incredible season. Make sure you continue to do all the Twitch things, the things that you do on Twitch, the bombing and the chatting and the subbing and the gifting of the subscribers and the whatever else that you're supposed to do. Rating. I don't know all the lingo, but guess what, Steph? We're going to learn the lingo. We're going to tap in and we're going to learn that lingo because, as you said earlier, it's lit. The FCL is lit. Everyone who watched us is lit. Steph Sabra, can I just say, what a gem you are. Thank you for joining this and us in the First Class League. I hope you enjoyed your first go of things.
Brad, you are an incredible human. Roxy Stryer warned me in the best way possible, and I am a lucky gal to be able to do this the rest of the season with you.
And you know what? I wanted to take this time to recognize not only Steph Sabra, the entire team who's worked tirelessly here on the FCL's debut edition. Paul Denuncio, Dwayne Burke, our entire writing team. I want to thank Sandy Robinson, everybody who's made this happen. And of course, the creator himself, Kristian Harloff, for believing in this vision and trusting in us to execute it. We appreciate each and every single one of you. We're going to be back here next Tuesday. Just seven days later, you're going to be able to see the next set of FCL matches. Stay tuned to the @FirstClassMTS on Twitter. All match announcements will be coming then. We also want to thank our competitors once again, Abby the Crusader Corinne. We want to thank Jared Too Smooth Haven. We want to thank Cooper the Captain Barnes and David the Dynasty Campbell, and I guess even Zaflirtin' Flouse. You know what? The glam, the man came through with it. He's a handsome dude, similar to Michael B. Jordan. For Steph Sabra, my name is the Boat Brad Gilmore. This is the First Class League, and we will see you back here next Tuesday. Steph, let's go.
Let's go.
Wow. Man, that was awesome. That was so awesome. So awesome. Yeah. Oh. Hello? Hey, yeah. You saw it? You watched? It was cool, right? I didn't expect it to go that well. It was great. Yeah. No. I'm not busy. I'm glad that you called because I was going to call you anyway to follow up on the... Right, yeah. So, did y'all have a conversation? Wait, they're in? And they want to play? This is fantastic news. They're in and they want to play. No, don't thank me. Thank you. Thank you. No, this is awesome. Yeah, so look. Hey, don't worry about it. I'll get the paperwork over. We'll sign, seal, deliver, dot our I's, cross our T's, all that stuff. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Hey, tell the wife I said hello. Yeah, no. Hey. You all right? Yeah. Okay, talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Wow. That's crazy. They're in and they want to play? This changes everything.